The GOAT, H-Town legend Andre Johnson speaks on his old school fight with Courtland Finnigan and offers up some never before heard information. Let's talk about it.
Set, go!
Oh, yeah. Omar, do you remember where you were when Andre Johnson beat the shit out of Courtland Finnigan right down at H-Town Field, man?
You know what? I remember running to Twitter. I mean, like just running to Twitter.
Now, Twitter was probably new back then.
It was either Twitter or Facebook, one of the two. I remember immediately going on there and writing something. I can't remember, but yeah, just it was one of those things where it was like long time coming, like you were just waiting for it.
Oh, yes. I mean, we're gonna dig all into it, but dog, you hit the nail on the head. Long time coming. Like Courtland Finnigan had been just a menace, bro, and
Yeah.
no one thought that this guy didn't deserve it, man. But yo, dog. So Nightcap with Shannon Sharp, Ocho Cinco, y'all all know it, man.
Yeah.
They must have released this video kind of late, right? But they did a live. They were here in Houston for an event. It seemed like it was probably around the time of the Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame, yeah.
They had D'Amico on, they had Andre on. Really cool deal, man. Andre Johnson and Ocho Cinco go back to their Miami days.
Right.
It was a very cool interview, but the thing that stuck out the most, it was like Dre, he can't live his life, bro. He gonna go to the end of his life getting asked about that fight, bro.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah. It's because I think at the time that it happened, it was such a like. It's because it was him, right? Like
yeah.
If you know Andre Johnson, I mean, not that we know him. It's not like he's our boy or anything.
Boy.
But like if you know the type of person he is, one of the most stoic, soft-spoken, just like real cool, calm and collected kind of dude. Just no, I mean, I think stoic is the best way to describe.
Yeah.
No emotions, just very, very calm, very even keeled. And he was just all, what's his name? Marshawn Lynch says he's all just about that action, boss.
Yeah.
And so for him, and this is something that Shannon alluded to when we get into the clip here in a second, for him to be in the one that done it.
Yeah.
That's what the big shock and awe was, right? It's like,
sure.
All right, fights break out on the field all the time, especially between defensive backs and wide receivers. There's always some chippiness, and then the game was already out of control for them. We were beating the brakes off of them already.
Yeah.
So things were getting kind of chippy, and then that's where it ended up. But once again, the fact that it was Andre that did it, is what kind of took it over.
When you pull it out of Dre, you deserved it. You deserved it, man. So, man, let's get into that clip, man, and hear what these boys had to talk about.
Dre, you had some unbelievable games. In the Hall of Fame, the first Houston Texan player ever selected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
That's some nice couches,
but I'm
bro.
pretty sure they showed on your highlight clip that fight.
I forgot about that.
I knew that was coming.
I had only met you once. I came here early in your career, and as a matter of fact, I think Cool was the coach. He was the coach. And you were very quiet, and you're still quite quiet. And I remember that happening. And I'm like, what did this man say to get him?
Yeah.
He don't even talk, let alone fight.
Right.
What did he say to get you so like, you like, hey, F it. I'm in Liberty City right now. I'm swinging, bro.
Nah, it had been going on for about 3 years.
Damn.
3
You let it build up that long?
Yeah. It had been going on for about 3 years. Man, I never shared this story with nobody, but because we on Nightcap, I'm gonna give it to you.
There you go. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, there we go.
So, Chad, you remember Club Play?
Yeah.
So, old Cristal.
Yeah.
So, man, this is no lie. Like, we're driving up to the club. It's my little brother and Rudy.
Mm-hmm.
My brother's sitting in the passenger seat. Rudy's in the back seat. And Bro, I'm pulling up in valet, and they jump out the car while the car's moving.
Right.
And I'm like, what the hell y'all doing? They was like, there you go.
There you go.
So I'm like, what are y'all talking about? It's Courtland. He's standing at the front door of the club.
Right.
I didn't even see him.
Oh, they were
wanted
ready
to get on him right then. And I'm like, nah, like we're not doing that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that happened like a year prior. So
You hear that? A year prior.
A year prior.
I don't know, man. Like we was up 20-0. And I told Coob, I was like, hey man, I'm finna beat his ass.
Normally, coaches call plays for the player. The player called the play. Coach, I'm gonna beat his ass on one. Ready, break.
That's funny.
So that
Man, let's
was
talk about
just-
that, bro. Let's talk about that. Dog, this was a year prior, bro. So let's dig into this, right? Like we talked about. Courtland Finnigan was bro, a habitual line stepper.
Yeah.
Bro. Like everyone around the league knew that this guy definitely deserved what was about to come. So much so that this was a year before the ass whooping,
Right.
what Dre was talking about, what he was telling Unc and Ocho, bro. So the year prior, look, obviously, for our younger viewers, for our younger, young men that are joining us that don't remember these days, that didn't remember watching this live and watching that fight live, and just jumping on this Houston Texans train and everything like that. Tennessee, the Tennessee Titans, that's our division rival, right?
Right.
It's the old Oilers, the old Houston Oilers moved to
A lot
Tennessee.
of bad blood there.
A lot of bad blood, bro. Trying to claim our colors and shit, dog. Come on, it's right. It's a lot of craziness that's going on with this team already, right? We see our division rivals, our division opponents twice a year.
Right.
All right. So Dre has seen Courtland Finnigan 2009 twice already, right?
Right.
He gained a reputation as a quote unquote dirty player.
Right.
Like not only him, but just the Titans in general. And bro, you got to remember, this is the year that the Bounty Gate was going on with New Orleans. So, bro, to be labeled a dirty team, then like you was doing some foul shit, taking some cheap shots, doing stuff you weren't supposed to be doing on the field, to have this label amongst your peers and the guys around the league.
Right.
So,
Right. It wasn't as clean as it was now, where like just a shove after the whistle could be considered dirty. Like, no, we're talking about like guys when you were in dog piles that stick the thumb up your ass. And, I'm telling you, man, listen to some of these linemen, bro. Like,
it happens.
It happens, bro. Like that's how dirty. Like dudes like kicking you in the nuts and like poking you in the eyes, and
stepping on your ankle,
stepping on your hands with cleats on, like the late 2000s, early 2000s, man. That it wasn't it was wild, and like you mentioned, New Orleans with the Bounty Gate. I mean, they were putting what was it? They were putting bounties on guys.
Yeah,
like
trying to hurt them, man.
Out the quarterback, or if you took out a quarterback, it was like X amount of dollars that they would give you, or like something like they literally were giving you
bounties
prizes
on these guys. I mean, craziness, right? So
to be in that era, to your point, right? To be in that era and then be labeled a dirty player, like a well-known habitual line stepping
like king dog of the dirty players.
That was Courtland Finnigan.
That was Courtland Finnigan. That's 2009. Like that was the first game in particular in 09 when we faced them, bro. It almost got to that level then and there,
right,
bro. Dre like gave him a death stare, pointed the finger at him, and was like telling the refs, hey,
watch him,
giving him the warning, like I'm about to beat his ass right then. And the league knew about it. This was like top billing. It was like some WWE type shit. It was being marketed as, oh, is it gonna go down?
Right.
Then the second game of the 09 season, relatively calm, didn't anything go down. So it's like, all right, whatever.
They kind of cooler heads prevailed.
Then 10 comes. And bro, obviously, like you said, like you alluded to, this game was already out of hand. Right. They taking an ass whooping. All right. Look, for all our people that, like I say, if you don't remember that moment, we're gonna cue up that moment. But before we take a look at this clip, Omar, I want to say, dog, here on this channel, we messy, bro. We love it. We love it, dog. So we've encapsulated this moment in our merch, bro. We got a t-shirt that memorializes that moment. Dre beating the shit out of Courtland Finnigan, man. So if you want to get that, if you want to wear this around proud, if you are proud, messy ass Houstonians, just like we are,
toxic fans,
wear this on your chest, bro. We made it simple as hell. All you got to do is go to bullrunsports.com for the real Texans fan merch. Hey, and look, man, thank y'all guys so much, man. We said that we wanted to get to 1,000 subscribers before the season started. Y'all made it happen. Thank y'all so much. But look, we ain't stopping there. Omar, what we want to do by the Super Bowl, we want to get to 7,000. All right, 7,000, like my man number 7, CJ Stroud. All right, so by the time February comes around, let's do it.
85% of the people that watch us are not subscribed. So if you guys have been rocking with us since the beginning of preseason, even before preseason, man, just hit that like button.
Yes, that's it. Hit the subscribe button.
Be in the mix every day. Join the Bull Run. This is what we're on,
baby. Yeah, come on, man. So let's get into this fight, bro. Let's get into this fight. Like I say, if y'all don't remember it, if y'all didn't see it live, or even if you just want to retaste of what happened, because it's fun.
It was good.
Let's take a look at
it. Touchdown 14-0, and then Andre Johnson and Courtland Finnigan going at each other. This is something else. Watch this, folks. Now you talk about a fight. This is serious stuff. This is Jimmy on your left, and that's Howard on the right. And that's how we warm up for the pregame show. But our guys get to stay. These guys got.
Look, you know what's interesting is now that he mentioned it, if you go back and watch that first little. If you go back and watch that first little locking of the horns, right?
Yeah.
You can see Andre lunging at him. Like, I don't know if it was, I don't know if he had maybe like a blocking, maybe he had a blocking.
So look, I'll tell you exactly what was going on at this point in the game. At this point in the game, bro, look, it's 17-0. It's the fourth quarter. All they're doing is running out the clock with Arian Foster.
With Arian Foster.
Andre's assignment is just to block. But if you look at Courtland Finnigan, he's not giving a shit about Arian, bro.
He's not.
All he wants to do is just fuck with Dre. Look.
Yeah.
Did that look like somebody that's trying to tackle a running back?
What was he trying to do? Was he really trying to punch Andre with a helmet on?
He was
look, watch. He took a couple swings at him with the helmet on, dummy.
Yeah, ignorant, bro. Why do players do that, bro? Because he's not the only one. Why do players punch another player that has a helmet on?
It might be reaction. I mean, you had Brian Cushing that headbutted somebody.
Well, he a different. He had pre-CTE, bro.
Yeah.
He the first player that came into the league with
what's
CTE.
Scary about that is that I don't think it was CTE. I think he was just juiced up on that trend. But isn't he our strength and conditioning coach now?
Ask Nico Autry.
Oh man. But you know what? We watched it just a few minutes ago, and I forgot how good that fight was, man. But you can see that Andre he had put a target on him, and he was ready to give him the business.
Yeah, bro. And like I say, you can see clearly in that clip, Courtland Finnigan was not worried about trying to tackle the running back, not worried about the play that's going on. When that ball was snapped, it was like, let me get after Dre. And what a stupid decision. Like, why?
And you know what's got to suck for him is because Andre Johnson now is he's a Hall of Fame player, right? He's our first Hall of Fame inductee. We're gonna hold him in such high regard, for the remainder. And no matter what happens, this is always going to be something that's tied to him, right? And what's interesting about that is that nothing happened to him after that. They didn't hit him with no fines. They didn't.
Well, they hit him with a fine, which like dropping the bucket for him, right? But no suspension.
No suspensions.
Is the big thing.
None of that, right? Like no assault, no charges were none of that was what happened. And one of the things he mentioned in that clip with on Nightcap is he said, man, he said coming into playing football, I never really cared about like he goes, just before football, I was never scared to be knocked out.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you guys got to remember where he comes from. He comes from Florida. I think he's from Dade County.
Damn.
He don't care. He's like, I don't care about nothing. I don't care about getting knocked out. I'm ready to go. He goes, but when I got into football, I was never scared of anything as long as it was in between the whistles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever you want to do to me in between the whistles, let's go. Outside of that, though, he's like, we ain't playing that.
And it was a well-known thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. I mean, thus the no suspension, bro. Like I say, I mean, you could clearly see that Courtland Finnigan. And to your point, this is something that's going to follow Andre around, and we look at it fondly. Like I say, we wearing the shirts around fondly, but the other side to that coin is going to follow Courtland Finnigan's ass around forever. You know, and nobody's the villain of their own story, right? Like he's always tried to play this as that's just to kind of he got little man syndrome. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a smaller guy. Right. He came into the league like, oh, I gotta be nasty to make up for, you know, being physically challenged. You know what I'm saying? Right. And
he had that Derek Fisher complex.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. So it's like, that's gonna follow him around too, bro. But what an iconic moment, man. I thought it was cool that Dre offered up a little more insight into it, bro. It was crazy to hear. Like I say, that shit had been festering.
Oh yeah,
like long before it actually happened on the field. He even told Coach, he was like, "I'm letting y'all know, I'm about to go in there and beat his ass."
You know what? I'd be interested to hear Kubiak's side of that story. Is like what when he came, it's like, hey man, Andre was like, man, that's it, I'm done. I'm about to whoop his ass.
Yeah,
and then I'd be curious if Kubiak said, you know what, we called specifically a play to isolate those two. and give Dre a blocking assignment specifically to get his hands on.
Right, bro. I think Kubiak gave him the game ball after the game.
Really?
If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think so, bro. I mean, would you not?
I would absolutely, but that's just to show you the level of pettiness, you know.
That even you know, our late owner, Bob Senior,
Papa McNair,
Papa McNair was just like, I get a points to Dre. So you know, Dre obviously classy guy.
They probably paid his fine and everything for him.
Bro, if I'm the owner, I'm easy, man. Take this chump change, dog. But yeah, man, like you say, Dre, high class guy. Quiet guy that's not, he offered up all the apologies and everything like that, like you would expect a high class guy to do.
Right.
But, like I say, everybody came out in his defense was like, nah, bro, you good.
Nah, you good. You did it to who? Finnegan? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We appreciate you taking care of that. Right. Oh, man, that's a good story.
Yeah, I like that, man.
I'm glad that he was, like you said, I'm glad he was able to offer up a little more context on that, which was good. Such a good moment. That's kind of toxic, like we said, but
it's good, bro.
It is.
I like the chat that they had with D'Amico too, man.
That I did catch. Yeah, that I did catch in the entirety. He was asked about what the goal is for this year, right? And I like the way he answered it, because I think everybody's goal, why do you play, right? I mean, you play to win to win the championship, right? And of course, he didn't even start off with that, because what he said was, our goal is to get better every day, right? Like that's the goal. The goal is to get better every day, is to get better with every rep, and what that's gonna do is, I think he had said something to the effect of like, fall in love with the process, right?
Yeah.
Fall in love with the process. Let's get better every day. That's our goal, right? And if we do those things, and if we play things out like we're supposed to play them out, then we're going to find ourselves in February playing for the Lombardi Trophy. Yo, when he said that, I was like, oh, no.
Hey, man, it's his culture.
I was so hyped.
Dog, you bought in? I'm bought in.
No, I've been bought in. But
come on, bro. I want to play for him.
The thing about it is that like you like we're supposed to talk like that, right? We're the fans, right?
Yeah.
And you're not, you don't think that you should hear that coming from the head coach, where he's like, they're like, hey, what's the goal? Well, we know what the goal is, right? The goal is to win a championship. but it's very few that are actually go out there and say, "Oh, we're going to win the championship. That's what our goal is," right? And say it in
yeah.
such
They
a
always kind of try to teeter that line or whatever.
Yeah.
Not set expectations too. I guess that's what the purpose of that is, right?
Maybe so. But I think with all the momentum and everything that we got coming, pushing behind us, I think he couldn't. I don't think D'Amico could have like shied away from that, right?
Yeah.
Because like you've mentioned before in the past, right? It's like we got one more year with Slowick, right? Yeah. Before we lose him. We got, we're all in this year, with everybody that we brought in. Diggs, Mixon.
Stephon Diggs is on a 1-year deal.
He's on a 1-year deal, right? So it's like this is going to be our best chance in our best year from a personnel standpoint.
Because CJ on his rookie deal.
CJ's still on his rookie deal, right?
Cap space. I mean, even with all of the favors that we have with the cap space, it's still not a perfect roster,
right?
We still got holes.
I mean, we just spent the last 2 weeks talking about roster cuts and how things are going to pan out.
So but then you got to pay when it comes up to you that you have to pay CJ and make him the highest paid quarterback in the league, which is going to happen when it's time. You're gonna.
Did you hear? I think it was Stephen A. that said that they're going to have to pay him $1 billion.
I wouldn't be surprised, bro. Eventually, yeah. By the time CJ's done,
by the time he's ready to,
he's gonna have $1 billion. I would not be surprised at all if CJ Stroud gets $1 billion contract. Maybe not his next contract coming up, but by the time he has to renew like the next one, it wouldn't surprise me one bit.
That's crazy.
Yeah, crazy,
that's
bro.
So crazy.
Hey, I mean, look. I got daughters, bro. I got to go ahead and make sure I got prim them up a little bit. I might have to fill them out.
Like, look, daddy needs a press box. Daddy needs a press box.
Oh,
but man, but just to finish that point with D'Amico. I think his response was the most perfect response because it wasn't so much like, no, we're going to go win it. Right. Yeah. It was, we're going to get better every day. Yeah. And if we do that, then we're going to find ourselves playing in February.
And I like everything that you could see why he's the head coach, why he's a head coach caliber type guy. They asked some questions, bro, that he just knocked out the park. It was like, they asked him about Brian Flores, I think is his name, and coaching hard and being disrespectful to players, and what his style is to get the most out of these guys. And for perfect answer, it was just like, you got to have a relationship with these guys to get the most out of them. Certain people are motivated in different ways, and D'Amico nailed that, and you could tell that he has that relationship with these guys and how much they love him, how much they respect him. And it's just fucking great to see. I mean, Omar, 2 years ago, would you ever have imagined we're talking so fondly about the Texans, the inmates running the asylum Texans, the Jack Easterby Texans?
No.
Come on, man. This is amazing.
Yeah, this is a complete 180. It's a complete turnaround of everything that's happened, and it started with Lovey. I mean, let's call it what it is. But I mean, we've made mention to that before plenty of times about just the idea that our front office is now at minimally a serviceable front office, a logical and somewhat smart front office, whereas before
you downplaying, and I think
that's what I'm saying though. That's my point. Like my point is that the bar was set so low.
That's facts. That's
with
facts.
The previous front office that we almost have to like stop and smell the roses with who we currently have at the helm, right? Because it's not only did we make a huge upgrade in our front office personnel from where we were, but we now have an elite group of people that I feel are running this organization all the way up to Baby McNair.
Yeah, man, they've been great. Him and Hannah, Kyle and Hannah have been awesome owners, doing everything that you would want to see. They teetered in line of like, man, is this awesome or is it corny? And it's somewhere in the middle, and it's like either way, it's dope. is dope as hell, bro.
But I think what they do best, and I don't know this to be facts or not. This is my perception, but I see Baby McNair as somebody who just said, you know what? I don't know shit about what's going on here.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing. I'm not even going to sit here and try to claim that I know what's going on. I love football. I love winning. That's all I know.
Yeah.
I need to hire some heavy-minded people to run these things.
And why would you not?
And it started with the hiring of Caserio, right? Yeah. And then it started with the hiring of D'Amico, and then it started with the OC.
Well, even more than that, bro. I thought you were alluding to like hiring like a PR firm or something like that.
Yeah,
because I think that's what they've done. Like how can we brighten our image? You know what I'm saying? Aside from making the right coaching hires, which they absolutely 100% did, but just image wise, like how can we liven up our image and get in the more favor?
You talking about for McNair?
Yeah,
like just himself. I think that's
him and his wife.
I think he's goofy. I think he's a goofy. That's why I call him Baby Huey. I mean that. I mean that in a I don't mean that in a mean way. Like I think he's
term of endearment.
Yeah, I think he has like this great bubbly personality. I think listen, I worked in oil and gas for over 20 years. You did as well. I know guys like that, right? That are smart as shit, but they're country as hell. Yeah. And they you start talking to them and you find out that their dads were like these big VPs of these oil companies and stuff. It's like, oh, wait a second, you grew up silver spoon, but you don't really act like that. Though. That's kind of wild. Like that's how I've seen guys like him. I've hung out. I've gotten drunk in other countries with guys like that. Like
for sure.
Yeah, so he just kind of gives off that vibe. I don't think that's a PR stunt. I think that's who he is. But then on the flip side of it, he knows it's like, wait a second, if I want to be successful, I don't know what I'm doing. I need to go hire some real people. Yeah. So that way they can handle the business. We can do some winning, and then that gives me my room.
Well, he ain't silly enough to pull a Jerry Jones. I think that's a perfect segue into what I wanted to go around the horns a little bit, if you don't mind, man.
Yep.
We'll go around the horns, man. He's not ridiculous enough to be Jerry Jones and think, okay, let me get involved with the day-to-day operations,
right?
And be the general manager and try to take all. No, he's a glorified fan, bro. He's like, look, this is my team. I'm gonna put the people in the right places, like you said, and I'm gonna just fan out with the fans.
With the fans,
just have a good time. Do the shit around the city. Go to country concerts, chug beers on stage, man, hang out with the players, flip burgers, and just interact. Bro, he is doing exactly what I'd be doing if I just woke up one morning and inherited a football team, bro.
Which is exactly what happened to him. He woke up one morning, unfortunately, and he inherited a football team.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know if he's just got really great advisors, but what I don't see from him is the hubris that Jerry Jones has, right? Because Jerry Jones has this personality that says, I know best.
Yeah.
Right. Like the building of Jerry World was like the biggest, small dick energy. Like you build the biggest stadium in the world. Like you're not doing anything to like really beef up. You're riding the coattail of something that happened 3 centuries ago. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I get at that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or 3 decades ago, not centuries ago, 3 decades ago. You know what I mean? Like
my dumb ass knew what you meant too.
Yeah,
I roll with it.
See, that's why you my dog.
Yeah. I was 300 years ago.
Hey, centuries. Fuck it, let's go. But I mean, there's no ego there, to at least the toxic one, right? From
absolutely, man, bro. If he were to just do the right things, which is the easier thing to do,
right?
And just put the right people in the right places, give credit to the people that deserves the credit, he would go down as like, bro, one of the and don't get me wrong, he still is. He's done probably, the most for the game of football, that you could do as an owner, as his position,
right?
As a leader, and he's done an amazing job,
right?
You got to give him credit, but that we're talking about the Dallas Cowboys as a football team.
Yeah,
bro, they could be in much better shape if he would just step the fuck aside, bro.
Yeah,
and just leave things alone, put it in the hands of obviously more capable guys, man. Just what's up with these billionaires just wanting more? Like, you got all the money, bro. Just enjoy life. Just don't run for president. Don't fucking try to fly into space on rocket ships. Just enjoy having money, bro.
I mean, it's the long. It was one of the things that I'm a big fan of. Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey said, "I wish everybody in the world would become wealthy. Like, I wish everybody in the world would one day just wake up and have a lot of money, so that you can realize how unimportant all that is, right?
Yeah.
So you got these billionaires who's stacking up cash, and they go, I have billions of dollars, and I am so unhappy. I am so bored.
Yeah.
I have nothing to do. I have reached the mountaintop in my respective field. I've made millions and billions of dollars. I have so much money. I don't know what to do with it. I'm so bored. What am I? You know what? I'm going to go buy football. I'm going to go buy a football team. And you know what? I'm going to run that football team.
Yeah.
And who's going to say anything to me?
Who's going to stop me? Who's going to stop me if I want to suit up?
Who's going to? Yeah, exactly. Who's going to stop me? That reminds me of that scene in Iron Man where Iron Man walked out in Monaco and he jumped into the F1 car. And
Elon was in that movie, bro. Speaking of billionaires, who was going to stop him from being in the scene? You know, it's like, I'm in the movie, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, what are you going to do? I own the place.
Oh, man. Bro. Speaking of the Cowboys, man, like I say, we're going around the horns right now. Guys, you're tuned in right now to the Bull Run Sports Podcast on YouTube, man. Congratulations. You found the most entertaining channel on YouTube when it comes to the Houston Texans, all right? So hit that like, subscribe button, man. Do all the things that you got to do. Thank y'all for getting us to 1,000. We're trying to get to 7,000 by the time the Super Bowl comes around, man. So, look, we talk about our Houston Texans, and we will talk about teams that we gonna run into during the season, right? So one of those teams is thankfully the Dallas Cowboys this year, because I can't wait to beat the brakes off them, man.
When do we play them? It's like in December sometime.
It's like November, I think, like late November.
Yeah.
They gonna have CD Lamb now, which that wasn't in question, right? We knew that he was gonna play. We didn't know if he was gonna have his new contract though, right? Like Jerry finally caved in and gave him his money, but the reason I bring them up, because hilariously, see if you could pull up the quote, Omar. My bad, I don't have that teed up, man. He was talking about Dak and his contract negotiations right now.
Really?
And pretty much, man, I'm gonna butcher the quote. Basically, in a nutshell, he was saying, I ain't seen where Dak has done enough to deserve a new contract.
Really?
Yeah. See if you can pull up the exact quote, bro, because when I saw it, I was like, this makes all the sense in the world to me. Because look, Omar, if I know that I fucked up at home, I'm like, damn, bro, I forgot to take out the trash. Well, I know I ain't about to go ask for some pussy tonight.
Right. Yeah.
What have I done to deserve this today? Like,
interesting.
Maybe tomorrow, you know, maybe I'll like wash those dishes
or
whatever,
get some brownie points
and get on it. Yeah, but Dak trying to get the pussy without the brownie point, without putting in the work, bro. And it's hilarious to me, man.
This was recently. This was here,
bro. I saw this today. Man. I saw it today where you said that. But
they're gonna get a deal done.
Yeah.
We all know that I want Dak here. So let's just get this. Yeah, there's something. Interesting. I can't find anything. I found where he said something regarding, he said, CD Lamb, quote, you look at our numbers together, they're on the top of the charts, Lamb said. I have no doubt that they're going to get a deal done. We all know that I want Dak here. Jerry wants Dak here, so let's get this under control and kill the speculation. CD Lamb wants Jerry Jones stop playing games and pay Dak Prescott. I don't see anything. After hold
yeah, we'll have to find that. Y'all comment, man. Y'all see the quote where it went off, man. I feel like it was one of those ESPN deals that popped up on my phone where they were talking about it, bro.
Was it CD Lamb? No,
it was about Dak. He was talking about Dak.
But CD Lamb was talking about Dak.
No, Jerry Jones.
Oh, Jerry Jones.
Oh yeah, my bad, my
Oh,
bad, my
I'm
bad.
looking for CD. That's why I'm like, yo, CD Lamb said that about.
No. Jerry Jones, the owner, the motherfucker that got the money to pay him, was pretty much like, he ain't done enough to deserve the new
man.
contract, the money.
Hey, let's see what it says. His contract's tall stock. I mean, look, he's not wrong.
Of course, no, he's not wrong.
He's not wrong. Interesting. See, now you got now I want to know what was said.
Yeah, and I don't know exactly who he was talking to get that quote, but I mean, dude, you know, they get to the point where they host a playoff game at home, and then they put up that performance that they did against the Packers, which I was grinning ear to ear watching the entire thing. But you know, when it comes to giving a man a new contract, like we talked about, this money is getting crazier and crazier and crazier with these new contracts, especially for quarterbacks, bro. So when you talking about dishing out a whole bunch of money to somebody, you can't nut up like Dak has done repeatedly when it comes to the playoffs, man. Look, what if they won like 2 playoff games at the most in the last 30 years?
Yeah. So I found this on Twitter at John Machota, Machota. He covers the Dallas Cowboys for The Athletic. He said, Jerry Jones, what more does Jerry Jones need to see from Dak Prescott? Quote, you could easily say, if you haven't seen it by now, that you haven't seen it. I'm such a fan of Dak, and I appreciate all of the great things that we know are there. And I appreciate his work ethic probably more than anything. I can't tell you how proud I am that we've got him this year to start this campaign. Dak's situation right now for me has more to do with our situation than it does with the merits of Dak Prescott being the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. What is that supposed to mean?
Yeah.
I don't get that. I quit a long time ago getting bent out of shape about having anybody under contract or not. There are all kinds of things other than contracts that could change the outcome of him being under contract, injury and levels of play. So you can just you can't just pick that and say that should say, oh, I see what he's saying. So you can't just pick that and say that should give you a better feeling about our team or me a better feeling. The whole thing has a lot of moving parts. That's kind of wild coming from him, man.
It's trouble in paradise. Trouble in paradise.
Yeah, he's basically saying, look, there's a lot that goes into this, and I mean, in other words, he's like, I don't see it. You know, I got to imagine the number that Dak is asking for is pretty crazy.
Of
I
course,
mean, not crazy, but maybe indicative with like a top quarterback. And,
exactly.
Jerry's like saying, hey, buddy, you're not that.
No. What did Dak say? Dak came back. He was like, I stopped honestly listening to things Jerry Jones says to the media a long time ago.
Yeah.
It doesn't really hold weight with me. Like, what is that? It's they openly fighting, bro. Like, it's that uncomfortable thing when you have friends over and the husband and wife start fighting.
Yeah. You know what's there?
Yeah, and the rest of the world is like having to be huddled up in the corner, like watching. It's embarrassing, you know. And the most embarrassing thing of it is the backup quarterback, Trey Lance. He looks absolutely terrible.
Yeah. I mean, they don't have a second, you know. They don't have a David Mills sitting on their roster, right? That they can fall back on.
No, I think Jerry thought that he knocked it out the park by bringing in Trey Lance. You know, I think he traded it was like a 4th round pick or something like that to get him out from San Fran. Thought that he was going to come in and maybe challenge Dak, you know, when situations like this came up. But he's looked like hot garbage too.
Right.
So it's like what do you do? Bro, the Cowboys, I swear to God, bro, if we lose that game against this dumpster fire of a team, bro, I'm gonna be so upset. They did you see they just signed Dalvin Cook? So
yeah,
it's basically, bro, like what are they doing, man? These old washed up guys in a running back room. They ain't made no moves to really try to improve that team, man. It's gonna be the most embarrassing. I don't care if when we play them, we're like 13, 14 and 0. If we lose that game, this season's a wash to me, bro.
Right. Yeah.
This season's a wash.
Yeah, for sure. I'm trying to find more info from Jerry Jones. This has been going on for some time, apparently. Jerry Jones saying, quote, "We don't need to get this done before the season." So we just don't need to get it done before the season because it's in all of our interests, Dak and everybody, to have a great season. And as a matter of fact, that's probably not realistic to think before the season. My thought sitting right here is we'll have Dak, and he's talking about the 2025 season. But all I'm going to say is that it's not done yet. Yeah.
Doing too much, bro. He's doing too much, man. You know, that shouldn't even be on his plate.
Hey, did I see that Kadarius Toney got cut? Did I see that?
Yeah. Right? Did he not deserve to be cut?
I mean, I saw that pop up.
Boy got brick hands, bro.
Yeah.
Why, you want to sign him?
No. I saw that. That's how I was like, oh man.
Yeah. Now, yeah, the Chiefs are stacked. Obviously, they didn't play the boy when it mattered the most. You know, they had him sitting exactly where he needed to be on the bench, and they prevailed. Yeah. So I could guess that was.
That's why I was like, oh, like when I saw that cut, I was like, oh, I remember that guy. Oh man,
yeah, I've never seen a player. What's it? The plus and minus, you know, like for a player when he's in the game, bro. His had to be like way in the negative. When he was on the field, he was such a liability. Yeah. It was already he literally lost them like 2 games.
Right,
it was nuts.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, when they tell you to sit down, like, hey, look here, fella, have a seat. I think we're better off if you just sit down.
Wasn't that was like a scandal or something last season in the playoffs? They did an Instagram post saying like he was sick or in a car accident or something like that, and then Tony responded, he was like, "Yo, I'm good.
I'm good." Yeah, they're like, "Oh no, he's dealing with some soft tissue injuries." Like, what? I am.
Oh, bro,
I'm good. I'm ready to play.
We love.
Like, hey, man.
Climb back into your hole, bro.
It's like when you're a kid, when you go to like Disneyland or something, it's like, I'm not 7, I'm 9. It's like, shut up.
Yeah. Shut up and get this wristband.
Shut up. Sit down.
Sit in that stroller.
It's like, you know what? Sorry, he has Tourette's.
Right.
But yeah, man. I mean, the Texans are taking a week off this week. I think they said they're treating it like a bye, right?
Absolutely, man.
Getting everybody healthy, getting everybody geared up for next week, which is going to be
gearing up for the Colts, baby.
Yeah, man. That's
you saw our boy Noah Brown got picked up by the Commanders.
No, I didn't. Did he? That's good.
Yeah, we knew he was going to land somewhere, man. And shout out to him. You know, still surprising to me, man. We got some. What's up?
Did you watch the press conference? Post 53-man roster release, both from Caserio and from DeMeco.
Yeah,
both of them they look like they had just made like, you know, the biggest decisions of their lives. Which, I mean, you know, if things are panning out the way we think they're going to pan out, or the way we know that they're going to pan out, then you know, like we made mention to it in the last video, this is where it starts, right? I mean, it starts with this 53-man roster. One of the things I found interesting, DeMeco kept saying, "This is the roster for now."
Yeah. Now. Right. Exactly.
For now.
It's always going to change, man. Injuries are going to happen. And
but Dameon Pierce is still on that roster.
No. There's no way they go into the season with 5 running backs. For what, bro?
I told you, bro. I told you.
What?
I told you the way he looked at that reporter when that reporter asked him specifically about Dameon Pierce only averaging 1 yard per carry. That look, we paused it. We used it for a thumbnail. That was a fuck you. I run this team.
Yeah,
I'm gonna show you something.
Yeah, it sucks, man.
I'm telling you. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. And I hope you're right. I hope I'm wrong, and I'm hoping you're right.
I'm still hoping that
is going to be our RB2 going into the season.
That would be unbelievable to see him trot out on that field, man. But it is just like, why have 5 running backs? Now we know British Brooks is going to play that fullback, you know, H-back role.
Right.
And
he was already taking those reps with the team during the practices. He wasn't with the running backs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right.
Landry, he had some pretty good video on that, showing at the actual practice where he was practicing without was not with the running backs.
Yeah, so that's not just us saying it or speculating. He's already practicing in that role. That is his role on this roster, even though he's not officially slated in, the depth chart at the fullback spot.
Has the depth chart been released?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because the last time you and I tried to look at it, it wasn't.
I doubt if it's up. Yeah, they probably gonna have it up by the time the week leading up to the game. But
it's
still down. Yeah. Bro, even 4 running backs, like we talked about it, bro, 45 carries for RB2 behind Joe Mixon in Cincinnati, 60 total for all the running backs the entire season. Talking about 17 games, 60 carries split between a whole running back room. That's why do we need 5? We got Joe Mixon. I'm still holding out hope, bro, that look, you get some value out of a trade for Dameon Pierce. We got a little bit before game 1, so we'll see, man. But
British Brooks wearing that 44, son, that old Ben Tate number.
Nah, I thought that was that Ben Tate? It may have. Okay, what number did Vontae Leach wear?
Ben Tate was 44. Vontae Leach was 50 something. I want to say 53.
Okay. I thought it was Leach.
Well, I think Leach. Man,
they may have been a different. They may have been at different times too.
No. You're right. Vontae Leach, 44.
So yeah, that's fullback. That's fullback number, baby.
Man, what was Oh, that's right. Yeah. British Brooks, 44. Vontae Leach. Who am I thinking? I'm thinking.
Hey, so talking about getting a jersey, bro. That's a badass jersey to have. 44.
See, Ben Tate was 44 too.
Okay, hey, okay, calm down, everybody.
Right, man. You had me doubting myself.
I don't know. We were both right. Yeah, hey, bro. You said you were looking for like an obscure jersey. What's better than 44 on the back of your jersey, bro?
What you mean?
British Brooks.
What you mean? I had a Ben Tate jersey.
Oh,
remember,
you did?
I was telling you. Remember,
that's dope. Yeah.
My obscure jersey that I used to rock back in the day was my Ben Tate jersey.
That's what's up.
So shit, I might just, I might have to go dig that out and just pull the name off of it and just put the big red magic marker, just put Brooks on the back of it.
I ain't mad shit. It's better than the jersey that I bought off Temu, bro. It's like you.
We got that Alibaba special. British Brooks number 44. Hell yeah, there we go.
Man,
that works.
Last thing before we get out of here, bro, they dropped a new episode of the Iron Sharpens Iron, man.
I just saw that. I haven't watched it yet. I'm gonna catch it here as soon as we're done and see what that looks like. I'm actually kind of upset, man. I really thought that they were gonna do, what was that one show?
Hard Knocks
style, where they were gonna drop something every week. Man, they did such a good job on that first one. I thought that was like gonna be like a weekly thing, and then
this one's good, man. I don't want to spoil too much, man. Y'all check it out. I'll say, fits the theme of what we're talking about today, man. Dre, thank y'all so much for joining, letting us relive that, man.
Yeah, for sure.
And going back through the timeline and looking at that beat down, bro. It was awesome, man. We really hope y'all enjoyed yourselves. Like we said, look, it's like 80% of y'all that watch these videos and don't hit the subscribe button. Please do it this time. And man, we only got like 3% female viewers, bro. We might have to show some peen or something, some shaft, something to get these female viewers up, bro.
Look, I might have to hit the gym or just try to show up for the ladies that like the dad bods. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, we gotta do what we gotta do. You know what I mean?
Man, come on, ladies.
It's hard out here,
man. We're gonna get up out of here, though, man. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Peace.